Okay, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. Today we're going to be working on building some raised beds out of that stuff. So come along with us while we do that. Oh, cutting off one end. Keep kicking. Keep kicking. Not there. A little bit more. That's good.
So how many of those corners like that we're going to need?
3, I think.
For each one?
No, 3 total.
Want the top one have to be cut short too?
No. That goes on the bottom. The top one will have to be cut short here.
You still got the pencil?
Uh-huh. This is gonna be cool. We're gonna have to pull it down this way a little bit when we get it nailed in. What do you think? So I'm thinking that I want these on the outside. What do you think?
Well, I'm not gonna hold it.
Really? If we nail them together?
Might. Crawl bear, mark them, I'll cut them.
You want this? Back there. Your turkeys are resting, dude. Are y'all wanting to play too? You want to learn how to play fetch? Now he's going to lose his mind because I'm going to stop. Here, let's do this. Oh, yeah, that's probably better.
Move.
Can you get like go? Come on. Should have nailed this first. Okay, I want the walkway to the garden to be lined up with the walkway from the house. So we need to pull this way a little bit. Okay. Sorry. A little bit more.
You want to bring a long one or a short one? Huh?
We've got two beds over here. This wood came from where Randy works, and they bring in flatbed trailers that have whatever they're shipping, and they set it on it, and then they take it off and they throw it away. So we got this for free. He came home with a load of it one night. The pieces of wood right here that we're using to fix the corners together, that is treated lumber. That's why I chose to put it on the outside. I don't know if treated lumber nowadays does anything to your gardens, but if I don't have to put it on the inside, I don't really want to put it on the inside. So that's how we did that. I don't think that we have enough lumber. I think we have enough to do maybe two sides of this bed. 3 sides. We have enough to do 3 sides of this bed. So, yeah, we could probably have found something better to do with these. They're like 4x4s or 5x5s or something like that. That we would get more bang for our buck, but they were free, and I really need to get raised beds built, and because I want to get my garlic planted mainly. But we're hoping that they last. I've got linseed oil in there that I'm thinking about coating these with, just to, you know, help with that, to maybe slow down the whole rotting process. But, you know, if they do rot, then I guess I'll just have hugelkultur mounds or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get a few years out of them though, right? So this is basically what we did. We took the 1x, that's the treated lumber right here, and nailed it. We put it, you know, nailed it into the end and put it over here. These pieces they're alternated, so you can kind of see on this one. So the middle one's longer here, and then it kind of does this interlocking thing. I don't know what you call that. We are not carpenters, we are homesteaders. But even being homesteaders, I think we did a pretty doggone good job. So next step is going to be to fill this thing. I want to do sheet mulching, I think, in the permaculture class that I'm taking. By the way, if y'all are interested in permaculture class, it's called School of Permaculture. It costs $25 a month. I am learning so much from it. I highly recommend it. If you don't know anything about permaculture like me, I highly recommend that you go do this class. So according to, I believe it was like the very first class that I did, he talked about sheet mulching. And so he said, I've got it written down in my notebook in the house, but he said to do, he actually said to take up the grass, to till it. And I'll just be honest with you, I'm probably not going to do that. I don't have a tiller. But, and then he said you can put down like manure, food scraps, stuff like that, that will help draw worms up out of the soil. I do have horse manure in the back, and I may bring up some of that, but again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I am going to do cardboard in the bottom of this, thoroughly saturated cardboard, that I'll put layers of that, and I'm probably going to lift the edges. Where am I at? I'm probably going to lift the edges of this up all the way around and tuck the cardboard up underneath it to minimize any kind of like plants growing through, grass, weeds, whatever. And then there's like different layers of stuff that you put on top of it. There's like straw, soil, all of that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do to get this one bed going, let me show you. So this area over here, you see right there is the raised bed that Crystal and I built. We're actually going to move that over to this area that will be the back of the garden. So we got to get the dirt and everything out of it, because I'm going to continue to grow my tomatoes in a raised bed, the ones that is that tall. So I'm going to build another one that looks like that, so we'll have 2 of those in the back of the garden area, and then all the rest of them hopefully will look like the ones that we just built. This area right here that is fenced in, that was my experimental garden that grew nothing but grass and weeds. Now I'll take that back. We planted sunflowers over there. We did get pretty sunflowers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It didn't grow anything else that I planted. I planted all kinds of peppers in there. It did nothing. All of those beds over there are only about, I want to say they're about 8 inches deep. They're these wooden frame things that I found, but they're not going to hold up much longer. They are actually filled with some really good soil. So I'm going to bring all of the soil that are in those beds over here. I'm probably going to get a bunch of the soil that's out of that raised bed that I have to move and put it over here. And then I've got compost sitting in wheelbarrows in a wagon in the barn that I'm going to top it off with that compost. And then I'm going to plant my wow, like my brain is just going a million different directions and I can't focus. Anybody have that happen to them? I know I'm the only one. Anyway, I'm gonna plant my garlic in this bed and then mulch it with straw, and I'm probably going to put some kind of covering over it. I'm with, I actually, you guys will probably laugh at me, but I bought a bunch of hula hoops at an auction. I thought I can cut those suckers and use them to make those hoops or whatever. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it. They were cheap. If it doesn't work with the first one, I'll give the rest of them to my grandbabies. But I'm going to put those in here, and I'm going to probably put chicken wire over that. Now, when it gets cold, I may put that netting that you get to put over stuff to protect it from the cold. But I don't think that I'll have to, because garlic is supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to plant it in October, and you harvest it the next year. So maybe I won't have to do that. But the reason that I'm putting the chicken wire over it is because of, you see them? You see them right there? My little turkey terrorists? Yeah, they destroy everything. Like, I'm not even playing. When I had tomatoes in that raised bed out there, they would, and they were smaller, they would get up in that raised bed and hide in there. I would come out and I'd be like, oh my God, our turkeys are gone. And they would be hiding in between the tomato plants in the raised bed. And then when they got bigger like this, like, they dig up everything. Everything. If they weren't contained to the backyard, they would be digging up my flowers in the front yard. I mean, they get into everything. Everything. So, yeah. I think Randy found some more wood. So, we're going to finish up this bed. Okay, do this one first. What is that? Like, they make the neatest noise. Is that the guineas? Or is it the turkeys? It's not the turkeys. Y'all, our guineas, we got 3 guineas. When did we get them? We got 3 guineas back in September, maybe August. And they're getting big now, and they're so funny. I was told that guineas were annoying and make a lot of noise or whatever, but I don't know, I like them. So that noise right there, we think that's the male. And then recently another one started making a different noise, and so we got 3, and we don't know if they're boys or girls. But we got 3, and they're making different calls. But that's the white one that we have, and we think that's the female. Didn't you say that was the female? Yeah, we think that's the female.
I think it's the black one's the male.
So Randy's thinking that the black one that we have is the male. They're really cute until you get to their heads, and their heads are just not cute at all. It's a head only a mother could love, for real. But they're kind of cool, and they eat a lot of ticks. My mad skills on the video. Okay. Can you, is there maybe, no, I'll just get it. Hold your leg up there against these. No, put your foot down in there and hold both of them. It's easier to push your leg. Sugar. God. We got Prince Annoying right here. Can y'all see him? This is Crystal's dog, Socks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Yeah. That was her birthday present. You're so annoying. So we got these 2 beds finished. It took us, let's see, I got home at 4:30 and it's 6 o'clock right now, so it took us about an hour and a half to do it. However,
About 2 hours to cut all this.
Randy had everything prepped before I got home. I told him how long I wanted the boards, and when I walked in, he had everything laying out here. We did have to cut the ends of some of the short ones because we did like that interlocking thing at the end.
Yeah, it was her raised garden beds from IKEA.
Right. I'm pretty sure if they came from IKEA, they wouldn't last. So, and then he also had to cut down the treated wood that we used on the corners to stabilize it. That is my arm you're biting. Turd face.
Have to have one put in the center of the long rails.
Probably, it probably wouldn't, but I don't think dirt's going to push that out. Not 4x4s. So, check out, I know it looks really bright on the video, but it's getting dark here in Kentucky at 6 o'clock. But check out that beautiful view behind us. Like the sun comes up over there that way, and actually I have to leave in the morning. It's still dark when I leave to go to work, which really sucks. But in the summertime, the sun coming up over the trees back there, it's just beautiful. Like, I'm fairly certain that heaven's probably going to look like Kentucky because we just live in a beautiful place. And I'm sure everybody that lives in a beautiful place is probably thinking the same thing, but I'm fairly certain it's Kentucky. Will you stop being annoying? So, that's going to be it for this video. It's just the build of the beds. And we're hoping, well, I mean, my plan is to have more of these that go back that way. So there'll be...
It may not be the same wood.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it is, but it may not be the same wood.
I haven't seen any more in the past couple months.
I would hate to have to go buy 4x4s to match everything up, and that probably is not going to happen. So there may be different beds. But we will have those 2 taller beds, like the one that Crystal built. Crystal and I built one, and we will have those back there in the back. So my next video is going to be filling these, doing the sheet mulching, and that's going to happen sometime this week. And then the video after that's going to be planting garlic. Hopefully by the middle of November, I'll get my garlic in the ground or in the beds, whatever. And I don't know if that's too late. I have no idea. I feel like for the first few years, homesteading is going to be a big experiment for us. And we just see what works and what doesn't work. So y'all pray for my garlic and we'll see if it works. But anyways, that's it. Right? That's all we got from these 2 old crows. Y'all have a great week and God bless. See ya.